All right, welcome on back. Oh, oh, to some more Dark Souls 3. So, happy Memorial Day. Going through the catacombs. Already did a lot today. I got Sigurd helped out, beat the Deacons of the Deep. Pretty much finished up that whole area. Also upset the Moon Star Lady, which, I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't think she does anything all that exciting anyway. But does it come back? It does. Huh. So, anyways, there we go. Yeah, more Titanite shards. Alright. So, yeah, and it's just, a lot of people are having a come into Jesus moment today, which is awesome. Also, there's another one up there. Because basically, a lot of the debates and arguments that I'm going to be having on XApp, I say going to be having because nobody's really responded yet. And that's why I say that a lot of people are having a come to Jesus moment, or at least like reflecting on what I showed them, which is how Nixon started the war on drugs as a racist attack and lawfare against his political opponents, the Americans that wouldn't vote for him, the anti-war hippies, and the Black Panthers. So yeah, and that's we have that from a direct source that worked for him. It was one of his top aides that was just involved in his decision making, and he said that's what they did it for. They couldn't just go outright and attack political opponents, so they attacked weed, which was used almost exclusively by the anti-war hippies. Go figure that weed would make you not want to kill people. It's strange, I know, and yet we keep this illegal. So how would we have an army that's ready to go kill people for money if we don't have, or if we had weed? All right. So basically, is he summoning another one? Okay. So basically, I've just been sharing the articles that prove that. Basically, um, let's see. I don't think he's dead. All right. So, anyways, and there's an article from the top Nixon aide, and then Reagan being the largest cocaine trafficker in human history, accidentally. And so that's a fun story. It's actually the plot to Made in America, which is a huh. Oh no. Oh, it was a she. All right. I'll put my sign down again. Oh no, I'm way down here. Actually, no, I'm not that far. I can go up there. So, anyways, but yeah, and like I shared that the article to a wiki page for American Made, which is a movie with Tom Cruise about the DE, or no, it's not even the DEA. The CIA hired a bunch of pilots. Well, actually hired a pilot, and then that pilot ended up becoming multiple pilots to spy on the communists. It was the Iran-Contra affair, and they're trying to spy on the communists back in the 80s of Central America. Now there was communism spreading, and they were worried that they were going to get attacked, so they wanted to keep an eye on it. So they hired these pilots, and they told them how to avoid the DEA. But it was super top secret, super secret. Like they, oh whoops. So, all right, let's see if I get summoned again. So, anyways, but and what they did, because they didn't pay him a lot, and the pilot needed money, was doing this very risky job flying for the government, got this inflated sense of entitlement that since he was flying for the government, he was pretty much untouchable. And the CIA told him how to avoid the DEA patrols, how to avoid all the other government people, and be a ghost because it was a super secret operation. Like, so it's just funny is because they ended up shooting themselves in the foot and importing metric tons of cocaine through this operation. Tons of cocaine. Like, it was ridiculous. Ah. Okay. Whew. So now, and it was accidental. He didn't intend for these pilots to go and like become buddy buddies with the cartel and start picking up, like, I mean, at first it was hundreds of pounds and like to the point where he like, at least in the documentary, which it is kind of like a documentary. It's like it's like based on true events, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh no! Oh, the arrow combo. Oh, all right. Prince Lothric's skirt? Huh? Destined to be Lord of Cinder, was cherished by the royal family despite being born into illness, a frail and shriveled child. Huh. Okay. Well, let's put the summoning sign down again. So, anyways, you can watch the movie American Made and like find out all about it. But basically, the CIA was the largest drug trafficker in entire human history, in my opinion. Now, like the actual amount, it would be interesting to see. But if you think about it, and like even if a little bit of that is true, and like are you gonna come back up again? No. Yep. Even if a bit of it is true, like we're talking hundreds of pounds of cocaine, and oh man, that's insane. And like, that's really expensive. And anyways, not that I don't break any laws now, but back in the day, oh, nice. So, anyways, and it's just a really good movie about how the government messed up, and instead of admitting his mistake, Ronald Reagan doubled down on the war on drugs and said the just say no. Oh, what up, LeBron? So, which is ridiculous for a rich person to say. It's like rich people are like, you know what, money doesn't matter, and then beautiful people, looks don't matter, and like there's all these things. It's like fancy you saying that, like just say no. Like it's that easy to live a life in your America as a poor person. Oh, I don't know, and be able to abstain from drugs and alcohol and just fine, or at least not have a problem with it. Because the other thing is, alcohol isn't all that bad if you use it responsibly. Well, there's the problem is like, if your life sucks, you're not going to use it responsibly. I'm sorry, but you're just not. Like that's how alcohol works. It's like you can drown your sorrows and just like forget your problems temporarily because they never really go away until you fix them. So it's only a temporary band-aid, a temporary fix. Oh, hey. The guy earlier was, or the gal earlier was using that sword. So anyways, I'm just like making a lot of people aware that this actually happened, which is now a Hollywood movie with Tom Cruise. It's not some little B film like off in the corner theater. Like, no, it's a straight up Hollywood blockbuster, like very famous movie. Yeah, you got hit. I got that not too long ago. Oh man, I only have one. I gotta cool it on the spells. Oh, yeah. Now there's another one. Yeah, get you an item. So, and usually when I like respond to somebody, like a Republican, a MAGA, or even just or a libertarian sometimes, almost died. Like they're pretty quick to be like, no, BS, or like you're lying, or like something like that. But this time, oh no, they're actually pretty quiet, which is funny. That's why I say a lot of them are having a come to Jesus moment because they're finding out that Ronald Reagan, even if it was an accident, was the largest cocaine trafficker, in my opinion, ever, but potentially just in this country. But I mean, hey, we go bigger and better than everything, right? Like, no, I'm just kidding. But so yeah, and then once that's widespread knowledge that like two prominent Republicans were racist, did lawfare, and then dealt drugs, like it kind of erodes the whole pro law enforcement party, or at least like that part. And so it's kind of easier to be like, you know what, let's be a little chillax about the rest of the stuff, all right? Maybe, and then I've even been saying things like, let's free all the POWs of the war on Americans, which I mean like nonviolent drug crimes in prison. And so even that's like probably flipping some lids, like making some people freak out. But then what they're not saying anything. And yeah. And when they do start saying something, we'll go ahead and have that conversation. No. Well, this is how you learn. And we'll go back and put our, I mean, we're probably getting some decent soul counts here. I guess I only have 4,000. Well, yeah, 4,000. I had like only a few hundred. Betrayal ahead. Oh yeah, or they're not really dead maybe. And all the while, I still have those other threads out there of how I beat up an ESO, which is sex offender, in prison slang, jailhouse slang, hood slang, street slang, like they call them ESOs. So people can quickly identify who's a piece of human garbage. Because that's the refreshing thing, that no matter how bad of a criminal you may be or what of crime you may have committed, everyone can agree. Oh, saw flash. Everyone can agree that Essos. I mean, there's still people at the end, so I'm not saying like death sentence, but like, and I'm also not saying castration. That's often like what I've said in the past, but maybe a good roughing up and years in prison. Like, there you go. That's adequate. Well, so the guy in my case did not get years in prison. He didn't do any prison or any jail. Like, and then there's a distinction between jail and prison. Prison is where you know you're going to be there for a while. You might as well settle in. You can start appealing and like try to get in, move to a halfway house, or maybe get out early because of overcrowding, or maybe just do your time in a jail. But either way, prison is more hardcore than jail. Now, jail is still nothing nice. In fact, it's actually not as nice as prison as far as like the rooms are concerned. I've never been to prison, but I've talked to many people coming and going, and yeah, that's the general census is like because you have to be there for a long time on average. They will give you a little more comfort, not much, but a little more than jail. Now, jail, it's like, they want you to be uncomfortable because they're looking for you to bond out. Okay. I'm gonna have to fight that thing when I get back. So, anyways, and I responded to a lot, so much that XApp locked my account temporarily because they thought I was a bot. Hi. Okay. So, yeah. So it's been a good day. Oh, the reason I bring all that up is because Be Real of Cypress Hill, which is one of my favorite hip hop groups growing up. I had Black Sunday. I had Till Death Do Us Part, which was more of like a tropical, in my opinion. I mean, it still had some pretty cool like other tracks, but my favorite was What's Your Name, What's Your Number, and that I just have really fond memories of my Costa Rica trip where I went with some friends from school and classmates, and there was this beautiful um, brown skinned girl. And that's funny because that's actually that Brown Eyed Girl song. Originally, it was Brown Skinned Girl, but they changed it. There we go. Where'd the other guy go? Okay. Huh. Okay. So, but yeah, so Be Real, very famous musician that I really respect and like. Um, he liked my post, my comment, and it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, wow, that's some stardom. So he now knows that at least I claim. I mean, he might not believe me, but he liked it. Like, because even if I'm lying, that does support keeping sex offenders accountable. Which, even if it's a lie, I mean, they would agree with. But it's not a lie. That's the best part. It's like I actually have a little bit of street cred because I did time for standing up for what I thought was right, and that was women's rights to not be raped. Call me crazy. I mean, when you say it that way, it's like, geez, who wouldn't? Well, that guy. So, anyways, let's back to the Dark Souls. That other stuff is dark. It's not really Dark Souls related. It's just dark. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Yes, I agree, but let's get to killing. Let's get to the violence. All right, so it's been a good day. I've had iced tea. Good, this guy knows. So yeah, between that, Ice-T liked my comment one time. Redman has reposted my stuff, although I don't know if Redman's really gonna like be all too eager to talk to me or see my stuff for a little bit. You got to verify if my rant is like one, not gonna get him in trouble, two, not gonna get me in trouble, and three, similar thing, like whether or not it's even real, because I did the same thing. I confessed that I did this thing, beat up a rapist, which I did. I didn't win, and I didn't really beat him up, but I got an assault charge, so the state said that I beat him up. He got nothing. In fact, he got paid. He got money out of it, so... Sorry. Oh, don't step on that. Yeah. So getting some notoriety, some street cred, like I said. And that's really exciting because if even one of them goes to Dr. Dre, or Dre, sorry, he doesn't like to be called Dr. Dre, apparently. Like, one of the new recent things that he did with Snoop Dogg was this, like, it's like an ad for a movie, like a short film. It was basically like, which also had a really cool part where they were against SOs in there. And we got the Diddy trial going on. So, like, the whole world is kind of a little raw about sex offenders. So, and now I've got the great white Diddy. Actually, not even great. We'll just say the white Diddy, because there's nothing great about him. He's big, he's massive, which makes it even scarier. Like, if I was being assaulted, like, try to put yourself in that position, like, just like the fear of knowing that somebody could have given you an STD, like, could have gotten you pregnant, like, then you got to go do all this other stuff. And then on top of that, your dignity, and like, are they gonna like joke about you and laugh at you? It's a real mess on a woman's psyche. Like, it's horrible. Again, hence why I'm so obsessed with it. Like, I can't let it go. I won't let it go. But that's okay. I'm going to be smart, calculated, and, well, smart. Okay, so you've got that one. And now Redman has the full story, basically. I don't know how to... How do I... Alright. I thought he wanted to rest there, but oh well. Okay. Whew. So it started me just before this fight. There we go. Whew. I don't know. I am a little worried about what he's gonna do. Although, what can he do? Try to call me? Try to, try to message me on Facebook? I unfriended him. I was friends with him with both of my accounts because I was keeping an eye on him. It's like, waiting until I figured out what to do with him. I mean, because again, I'm not gonna just let that go. I was raised by my mom to respect women, and like this, the fact that he did all that, horribly offensive. Horribly. Oh no. Oh. And you. Okay. Oh, just got a giant arrow sticking out of my neck again. Okay. Oh, oh no. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. All right, well, let's try this again. Got like 13,000 souls now. All right. There we go. At least I killed that one. 132. That's not bad. Of course, it is like at least two skeletons because it comes back sometimes. I mean, a lot of people wanting help on this part. Oh, that was like a glitch. He just like died automatically again. There we go. I like that sword too. Like frost sword. I think you get that from that frost demon thing. Oh gosh. Oh no. Mm, I think that's the alarm? No. Still got a couple minutes. Whee. So I don't know. That makes it all worth it. Like just knowing that famous hip hop artists think that he's a piece of trash and he's a tool, that makes me feel better about things. Now, ultimately, and I don't want him hurt. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about. Is like somebody's gonna do something like, and then I'm liable for it. Like, and I don't want him like hurt or killed or maimed or anything like that either. Like justice. I don't think that's too much to ask. So yeah, I'm not gonna pursue it a whole lot though. Like, where is he? Oh. Mm, nice. Yes. Okay. I mean, it's kind of exciting. Like, Redman. Cypress Hill still makes me a little nervous, because, like, I don't know. Oh. Ah! Wait, where we go? Well, we'll finish this thing, and then, yeah, now I am going to take a break after this and go do some look it lessons or question sets. Um, I would like to do some programming stuff, like some actual programming. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we gotta go back this way. Hmm. So wait, that's all that's down the ladder? No, wait. side hallway. Now this, all right, now I'm gonna take a break though. So I need to go eat something. I might even take a nap. I didn't really sleep well last night, but I will be back. It's only 2:30. Oh my gosh, it's only 2:30 on a Sunday. I got all day today. Mm, all day tomorrow, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday. It's my vacation. And then of course Saturday and Sunday. All right, ta-ta for now. I will see you in the next one.